Peggy 18.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 2 of No Fighting in the War Room. I'm Arthur. Apologies, this is going to be a late one. The last recording I failed to save because I don't know the internet. It's pretty much or computers or anything technical. So
It's not made of rock.
No, it's not made of rock. I can't chisel it. So right, the next person next to me is. There's been some changes to the people on. Man on my left is Callum.
Hello, my name's Callum. As Arthur's already said, I'm a competitive esports writer. Also play competitively. Do a bit of YouTube. That's about it, really.
He also has a giant, massive head.
I am half German. It's not my fault.
He has a huge head. It's massive. And after Callum, we have Josh.
Hi guys, Josh here again. And as you may know by now, I'm Asian. Hopefully.
He doesn't like sushi though, so he's not proper Asian.
Yeah.
No, but it was Tesco's sushi. So
Okay.
yeah, that may be why the rice tastes terrible. But yeah, anyway, apparently I am a failure of an Asian.
You're the worst Asian, Josh. You don't speak any other language apart from English.
But I do win everything.
There is that. You do assimilate anything technical with like your eyes, and then literally just can win every game. Yeah.
I-beams.
I-beams. Right, okay, brilliant. And last on the list is Chris.
I'm Chris, as you just said. Want to say it again. I'm a wannabe writer, a huge gamer, and my last name is another term used for a hairy vagina.
It's also quite descriptive of the person he is. Right, so we're going to the first sort of news articles this week. It's what's up and coming, what people have done. One of the bonuses of me failing to press save means I can talk about Saints Row 4 because I was under embargo and I couldn't on Monday, funny enough. So now I can talk about it. I was very lucky to go and see Saints Row 4 preview with Deep Silver last week and actually find out what's going on. Obviously, the trailer's been out and I got to be told by one of the guys it's like the Matrix. So basically you're absorbed into a digital realm, hence the reason why you've got superpowers. There's aliens. There's a gun that fires dubstep music into people and kills them. Wub, wub, wub. There is a gun that inflates you and makes you explode. There's mech suits. There's
It sounds a bit
trucks.
like that level in Saints Row 3rd that they had where you were in the computer thing. And then what they've done is added South Park weapons. I don't know if you ever played the South Park game on like N64 where you had like Terrence and Phillip dolls which farted your enemies to death.
It's pretty much, yeah. In fairness, I didn't know what they were going to do with it because I know you don't like Saints Row, but I really had loads of fun with Saints Row 3, and I was kind of like, don't know how this is going to pan out because Saints Row was pretty crazy, but this is like fucking mental.
Yeah. Well, they did the last couple of titles. They have seemed to have gone a bit, like batshit mental. To be honest, like I haven't enjoyed Saints Row 3 that much. I went back to play it like last week, and I just find doing the campaign a bit of a grind. Everyone criticised GTA 4.
It's boring.
See yourself, yeah, you thought it was boring. I really liked like the grimy storyline, and I don't know, it's quite fun being in it.
Would you like to play darts?
Oh yeah, the only thing annoying about GTA 4 was the phone. That was irritating as hell. Like,
No, Roman,
Nico, I know you're busy, but I want to come play. Like, leave me alone, cousin. Jesus,
I'm robbing a bank.
I'm in the middle of a drug steal. I'm running away from the police. I've got 6 wanted stars. You think me going to the pub's going to be good? Yeah? They'll know me. But anyway, yeah, Saints Row 3, I didn't mind it. It just wasn't. I didn't enjoy it as much as yourself. Like co-op, it looks really good, and like that horde mode.
Oh, the Horde mode.
Yeah, that was actually quite fun.
A certain Bryce Tackley does series of videos on that on
Horde mode.
Horde mode.
Horde mode?
Horde mode. It's a play on words.
It's a
like
horde mode.
A horde with
but with the
whores.
word whore, and you just go around battering whores and cans with giant double dildos or the biggest laser gun you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Why haven't I played this?
Because you're the worst sort of person. We explained this.
You're not a very good gamer. You said you were a good gamer. And you're not.
Worst gamer.
However, on one of those which I can talk about,
Yeah,
I got to ask the question about DLC, which normally gets laughed at and said, "Oh, we can't tell you." However, there is a lot of rumours flying around, like Saints Row 4 is only the third DLC from Enter the Dominatrix was going to be the DLC for Saints Row 3 and never got made. There's lots of rumours saying that, but it isn't in fact true. Saints Row 4 is a standalone title,
Right.
and there's elements from Enter the Dominatrix which were so crazy they couldn't put in. Hence the reason that will be the first DLC.
Why is it so crazy they couldn't put it in?
They won't show us everything. They won't show us everything. I asked the question: was there a limit to how crazy you could be? And his answer was a smile and just went no. And if you saw the video, mate, honestly, it's mental. It's like they had an LSD trip and then just said, "What can we have in it? Let's have camels that fire lasers. Let's have a machine gun made out of bananas."
That's what games are for, isn't it?
It's about being fun.
As much as I like playing like FIFA and Call of Duty, they're like meant to be semi-real. I quite like having the fact that I can run around. I'm a blue man with shorts on. I just parachute off the world's tallest building and beat the crap out of a grandma with a fucking giant dildo.
Well, it's semi-real. I do it every Saturday.
Well, you might do, but what? Take LSD or run around?
He takes LSD and then thinks he's doing it.
Yeah, wait for the news story to follow. So Saints Row 4, I'm really excited about. Anybody else got any news of this week they're excited about? I've got other things to talk about. I don't want to hog the show. As awesome as I am.
I'm more like looking forward to GTA 5. It's going to be that way. I prefer GTA 4 to Saints Row 3, so I'm going to look forward to the follow-up. The graphics look amazing from what I've seen.
Do you think it's going to be next gen? Do you think it's going to be this gen, or do you think it's going to be both? Like
It's weird. It's a weird one because like they've been previewing it for ages and they keep delaying it and delaying it. So by the sound of it, I reckon they might be putting it back to make it a next gen one. But regardless, I'm gonna get it.
Haven't Saints Row 4 done both? Like they say it's been a release for this generation and next generation.
I failed at being a journalism person. I didn't ask that question. I think it's this gen. I don't know if it's next gen as well.
It would seem logical to have them on both.
The release date's August. Well, the release date's August, so...
Well, yeah, when are we expecting the consoles? I imagine...
See, I'd have thought about it. I'm expecting consoles November time.
Yeah, I was also Christmas. Yeah, Christmas.
So I'm thinking, everyone's... I was the first one to say, it's madness putting games out late in the year for this gen. I think that might be a smart move, because parents that aren't buying the next console be like, we need something to please the kids, so let's buy... I'm not saying Saints Row 4 is necessarily for the children, but...
Let's be honest, having played online on games like GTA, it doesn't really matter what the age rating is.
No, yeah, it's true.
Of course, we all follow it.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm 23, I can do whatever I like.
I'm 23 stone. I can do what I want. But, yeah, I think maybe it's a smart move. So maybe it isn't next gen, maybe it's this gen, and it's good. What's the thoughts on that? It's just good. I know we're diving a bit. What's the thoughts on games that are being developed for both this gen and next gen? Do you think it's a good idea or do you think it's a bad idea?
As long as it doesn't take away anything from the actual game itself in like extra resources or anything, I can't see it being a huge issue.
So Diablo 3 is they said it's going to be both for both PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but no one cared about Diablo 3 past the launch day anyway.
So it's just like, wow, okay, Blizzard, the servers struggled to hold the PC launch.
Yeah.
So how are they going to handle both PC, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4? So
Blizzard
there's a science in that question, and so they won't.
Blizzard are pretty good with their as much as their launch servers are a bit can be a bit poor. They are pretty good with their customer service and maintenance.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I like to push forward. I think
Why are we releasing Diablo? Why not just make Diablo 4?
Why not care about that one? Well, why not just make World of Warcraft for PlayStation? We had this last week. Why not just make World of Warcraft for PlayStation?
Too many buttons.
There's
too many abilities. It's like you can do all the button combos, but in the end it would just be too complex for a 12-year-old.
You're just saying it's going to be too complex. Surely they could make a controller.
Asians will be fine with it. They'll be fine.
You're such a racist.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Have you seen how much money Asians make from WoW?
How does that make you not a racist? Is this your entire argument? You make more money than us.
You're isolating a race.
Okay, so basically, if you're Asian, you can play World of Warcraft, is what Josh is saying. If you're not, tough luck. Right. Anyway, who else is looking forward to stuff? Who was not looking forward to stuff? You said GTA 5.
Yes, GTA.
Josh, what are you looking forward to? Anything?
I'm still looking forward to Destiny on more information being released. It looks good, but
just paintings.
I know, but
there's clouds and stuff.
Yeah, but all I've seen is like 76 minutes. Twentington seconds of footage.
Yeah,
and actually nothing else.
Yeah.
No guns firing. A sniper rifle looks exactly like the sniper rifle at Halo.
And the reload animation, same.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
That's wow! And the reload animation's actually the same.
Your fire is actually 0.24 a second slower.
See, I think it's good they're releasing. They're not releasing too much, so that it will make the game. You'll anticipate it better.
Yeah, but we said but aren't we overhyping it though? Because it's like you see a picture and there's a city. So, look, you can go to cities and you can go underground.
There's a world and things.
What it actually means that was a picture on a wall in a game, which is just a room, and that's it. You're in a room and shit. I want spaceships.
I generally tend to find
apparently there are spaceships in it.
Yeah, but can you fly them?
Yes, probably.
See,
yes,
no one knows. Nobody knows the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm the leak. You're the leak from Bungie.
You're the leak.
Yeah.
Okay.
The leak from Microsoft.
I am excited for. I said I'm excited for Bungie and doing Destiny, but I want to see some actual facts.
You generally tend to see games that don't launch too much, or you don't hear much about, tend to be pretty crap. So it's quite worrying Admittedly, but I don't imagine Bungie creating anything particularly crap. But it'd be nice to see a little
But
bit.
then, my argument is, look at the stuff they're doing now with it. We're getting Paul McCartney involved. Right?
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
Right, yeah, it's just
Paul Macker. What a guy!
What a guy!
What a
The guy is clinically dead. He's not even alive. He looks like a pigeon being sick. He literally, he has no, he can't, his voice is gone, right?
But yeah, I mean, the Olympic performance was pretty poor from Paul McCartney. But in fairness, what are they getting him on board for?
I think this is my point. I think it's because he's a name.
Yeah.
And they're bringing names in. It's like Marty O'Donnell.
Like Bungie isn't big enough. I mean,
Marty O'Donnell's score.
What have Bungie done before?
Oh yeah, it did Halo.
Oh yeah.
A little something Halo.
That's a pretty big one.
Yeah. But I don't know why they're using Paul McCartney. Marty O'Donnell's score in Halo was brilliant. It was amazing.
Did you get Hans Zimmer on board? What a guy.
Oh yeah, but all his stuff sounds the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's good.
And he has an amazing name.
Yeah, what a
Hans
name.
Zimmer.
Yeah.
Hans
You know what it reminds me of? You know Ocean's 11? You know the guy in the suit who puts the
old boy. Yeah, the old boy.
Yeah,
yeah. Good to him.
Whatever his name is. Anyway.
So
Paul McCartney, no. Out.
Paul McCartney, get rid of him, go back and do something else, destroy something
Get
else.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford should be in everything.
Yep.
Literally everything.
Yep. All things.
Like Michael Ironside, he's looking for work now, he's out of Splinter Cell. So get him in. Yeah. Ubisoft sacked him. Let's get him involved. Get the old boys
Maybe
on.
they're getting Ringo Starr.
Who's the cheapest version? Who's the best of what was left?
Well, the other two are dead, so we'll have to go Ringo.
Yeah, go Ringo. Yeah, okay. So you're looking forward to Destiny. Chris, what games are you looking forward to?
Well, I think Army of 2 looks bags of fun. You play the demo. The first two,
First, it made me want to stove my own face in.
but I think
Don't bring up the co-op thing, man, because
No, that is your fault.
I think the Devil's Cartels might actually make it.
Actually, I quite enjoyed the first one.
It was good.
The first one co-op actually wasn't that bad. I just threw my own face in. The second one, I happened to be playing in some gaming centre in Colchester. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy with a hat and a beard and stuff. I think you had the hat then. It was a different hat. But yeah, he convinced me that, I'll be 240 today. That'd be a fun game co-op. We played about a third of the first mission, realised that we were playing what was essentially Tripe in disc form, and then never played it
That guy
again.
sounds like a dick.
What?
He sounds like an absolute dick.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why. I haven't really heard from him recently. I think.
Nah, he wouldn't have, man. He's an arsehole.
He's an enigma.
Anywho, I played Army of Two, the new one, at the showcase last year, and I came. Oh yeah, it was Hermishmurger. And I came back and I said it's loads of fun, and I don't like Army of Two, and I came out and said it's loads of fun, and I'm glad that people are playing the demo and are having the same amount of fun with the demo as they are that I've played with it. So I can see Army of Two doing well.
Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room being the Battlefield 4 release launch thing?
I hadn't noticed that.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole look, here's a trailer for our new game.
I'm excited. Why can't I be excited for this game? Why will you not allow me to be excited for this?
You can be excited for it.
Battlefield 4 is going to be fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Do you know why? Because Battlefield 3 was amazing. It generally was, right? When you look at when you look at games that have in series that have moved on, at least it tried things that were different and it actually progressed. Yeah. And that's why I'm excited for Battlefield. And plus the fact it's clearly going to be shown on next gen, Xbox next gen.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing I want to see because no one's seen anything for. Yeah, everyone's seeing stuff for PlayStation. I want to see something for Xbox.
That's the exciting thing, most exciting thing for me personally.
Has Microsoft released anything about?
No, they don't need to. They're just going to let Sony make errors and then go, ha, here's our stuff.
That's a genius point, isn't it? You do your showcase and we'll see what people moan about, and we'll do the opposite thing. Yeah. Or it'll just be heavily connected and there'll be kids with drums and rainbows. And
your room turned into a laser light show, which is no good for epileptics.
And like Jean-Michel Jarre mixed with an episode of Rainbow.
Every game you play is now an episode of Avatar.
It's for the family.
You have to have this handheld device around.
Nothing's been said officially about Microsoft's new console
Xbox
and
7,
or any
4,
deal.
9,
Yeah,
12.
the Xbox
Watermelon.
The watermelon. But no one's actually.
Xbox aubergine.
Yeah, or the fact that I generally believe there will be some deal struck with EA with Microsoft to say that there'll be exclusivity on some of the titles.
It was interesting in the PS3 launch that EA weren't listed as a huge thing, were they?
Well, they were on there as a developer, but nothing of theirs was showcased. Yeah. Now, you think they are the biggest publisher in the world.
They're one of the biggest.
But yet they didn't showcase any of their games. So I thought it was interesting.
The reason why they didn't showcase was that because of the CEO resigning.
I don't think it was that. I think it was just. I think there's a deal. Their big thing was Blizzard, wasn't it? We've got Blizzard.
Yeah.
And we've got Diablo, man, and we've got timed exclusive on. It's more Blizzard's Activision, so it's the same company, really, aren't they? Blizzard's own Activision, and also they had they've got the exclusivity for Destiny. So I think they've gone with that's our opening salvo, and then Microsoft will come back with. We've got Microsoft. EA, I'm assuming.
I wonder if that you know, you said about that Blizzard Activision thing. You know, at the moment, Xbox gets the Call of Duty DLCs and stuff like that early. I wonder if that would affect that deal.
It might do. I think it depends on how long that deal was struck for, wasn't it? If it's like we don't know how long they signed for. They could have said, well, it's going to be
the same with Battlefield and PlayStation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will the DLC have the same context or?
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
Other news: Minecraft going to discs. That's quite interesting. The only reason I was saying it's interesting, you're being a real nerd, is that everything's going digital download, or the rumour, but that's going the opposite way. Yeah. And it's one of the biggest selling digital downloads ever. So I don't know.
I think that's a really interesting move because obviously they've sold. I mean, how rich must these people be? By the way, they've sold how many copies on PC? They were obviously free at first. They're now selling it on PC. They're selling it as DLC, and now they're selling it as discs.
Yeah. I'd imagine he's currently sitting on a golden llama atop a hill.
Made purely in squares, in 8-bit.
In 8-bit, yeah. I reckon
maybe his own 8-bit castle.
I reckon he takes baths in dolphin tears. That's how much money this guy's going to have.
And Minecraft lava.
Yeah, it's just, they made a lot of money.
They made a lot of money.
A lot of money. I think
it's brilliant.
It made profit in its first hour on sale on live.
Yeah.
Its first hour. And then on Christmas Eve, something like 300,000 copies of it were sold online on Christmas Eve at £17.
Yeah.
Who in the world doesn't own Minecraft yet? I mean, what's going on? I'm fairly certain there are small African children out there without food, but they can't play Minecraft. I mean, what is going on? There can't be that many more people left in the world that haven't played Minecraft.
Just £5 a month will buy this.
The DLC for Minecraft. Don't let him not go to Netherworld. Send £5 and let him go to play Minecraft.
Let him see what food is like.
Yeah. Jesus, man. What's going on? Moving on to the next part. What's happening? What's coming up that you're going to LAN, aren't you?
Yeah.
You two are both going to LAN.
Yes.
So tell me
in a few hours.
In a few hours. So tell me about what iSeries and why you're excited.
Right.
You're going to drink a load, aren't you?
I drink a lot. Yeah. Basically, it's a huge event where a couple of hundred gamers all come down, PC, console, nerds essentially, all come down. There's exhibitions from manufacturers of peripherals, games, and things like that. The last time I went, Borderlands 2 was being showcased way before.
Yeah.
This is Injustice, isn't it? This is XCOM.
Yeah.
XCOM was
second podcast. 2 times we got XCOM in.
Yes, shoehorn it in every week.
Yeah, man.
And the joystick and everything.
Oh yeah, that was actually.
Yeah, but that was the worst way to play XCOM.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. That's the only way I've enjoyed playing XCOM. Anyway, right. This is the 48th. This is the 48th event. It's the second one I've been to. But yeah, we're going to compete for competitive Call of Duty. Again, this makes us nerds.
Gonna go ham.
Gonna go ham.
Gonna go ham.
We can go home. Gonna play some League of Legends. Watch some League of Legends. There's loads.
That was Josh doing a stereotypical Asian voice, so please don't
report us.
Don't report us.
Yeah, it's just good. It's good to me. I've been to quite a few events with the scene and stuff like that. It's nice to go see people at the events. You talk to them online.
Do you find that really awkward though, when you go and meet people and you don't know them by their real name? I know their Twitter name. I do.
No, I just walk up. We got this. There's a system.
You're Red Brick 97. That's okay.
No, we have a system in the competitive gaming community, which is especially the console one, which is you walk up to people, point your finger directly in their face, and say "State your gamer tag."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you can work out who people are. It's fine.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Unless they're wearing tops like
unless they're wearing team tops, which got names on the back, and then we know who they are anyway.
Yeah. I went to iSeries I-47. I had a load of fun.
The one I didn't go to.
Yeah, that's probably why I had fun.
Yeah.
Because you went there to correct me every time I did something wrong, which is hardly ever.
No, he's the same.
I just remember it was just really casual and
I love it.
I know everyone calls this everyone says it's geeks, right? And admittedly, there are people that are a little bit more hardcore.
Yeah,
yeah, but in fairness, that's that people being passionate about their subject, so I don't have an issue with that. And also, what I thought was interesting was that it's just normal people with a shared interest, and I think that's what LAN's all about, and that's what I thought was really interesting. And the fact that it literally is no one sleeps. Our stand was
why it's called Insomnia.
Yeah, I mean, I thought 8 o'clock we're closed down. People were still playing there at 3, 4 in the morning, and then obviously I was partaking in a boat race at the time,
and the
winning
Pac-Man Championships.
And the Pac-Man Championships, yeah, Retro came back in a big way. It's
very different for us. Like myself, I started off at EGLs, which are purely focused on competing. They're nothing to do they've only just started bringing exhibitors into that, so it's a very different experience. It's nice to get a bit of a change. I'm really looking forward to it. Love a good LAN.
Yeah, so LAN's exciting.
Not quite bomb, man.
Anything else anyone's looking forward to? Because I want to finish on a question.
I'm looking forward to playing Need for Speed Most Wanted because SimCity gave me a free game.
I got this free.
Who else is playing SimCity?
All of us. Apart from Chris.
Chris,
he's cheap.
Yeah, he's cheap. Why are you playing SimCity, Chris?
Console for life.
Console for life. Well, there's an advert.
Yeah.
I want to be a console gamer. I want to be like Chris. Oh, by the way, other news. We missed the biggest news.
What's that?
Chris had a haircut.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
he did.
Yeah, it's not even like a mini haircut either.
I look like a matchstick.
You do actually. You look like Mr. Bean had sex with a matchstick, and you came out because you literally look like Mr. Bean.
Anyway, moving on. Is there
Down.
anything else anyone wants to talk about?
SimCity.
What?
Update improving congestion on the intersection, which means traffic can actually get in.
Wow.
So moving on from
there's how not to sell SimCity. Yeah, it's a
I
game
love
about
SimCity,
traffic
right?
simulation.
I genuinely, I just lose a lot of time to that game.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I'm a
remember.
big fan of SimCity. I just want a faster speed button because the fastest isn't fast enough.
No,
This is like I want money.
agree.
Give me money.
I agree.
Okay, so SimCity is a matter. I know it's not a console game. It kind of leads into what I was going to ask as one of my final questions. It might take us a while to go through this, but obviously this is the end of the generation. Of this generation, you can tell that what's coming out. Next generation's coming along. What sort?
Final countdown.
Yeah, end of the generation. What sort of games would you like to see more of next gen? I want to see. I'll be honest. I want to see more space simulators like X-Wing, Wing Commander, because they're not there. I want to see more RTS games.
Yeah.
I want to see more strategy games. I want to see a better interface to allow these games to flourish. Because otherwise, how I see it is these consoles will be super powered versions of what we've got now, and we'll just breed the same genres over and over again.
The issue we've had with RTS on the console has always been the interface and stuff like that. It would be nice to see something successfully do it, but I don't know how easy it's going to be. And people are always going to compare it to if you look at what's considered the best RTS.
Don't say it, man.
You've got Command and Conquer,
yeah,
and you've got StarCraft.
Where's the fun in StarCraft, right? You sit there, I've watched these videos, right, and it's admittedly it is normally the little Asian fellas, right? Yeah. And there is no fun in this, right? They're doing 500 actions per minute, right? And I watched the video, and the guy's not having fun. He's not having fun. It's like a stress test.
I'll tell you when he does have fun.
When he picks up a massive jacket
When he takes his $300,000 check home, he goes,
and he can never spend it because he spends the next 75 months training his fingers. So he's still got all his money and can't spend it, and then dies.
And then he does his military service anyway.
Yeah, well, it's not a fun game.
No, the campaign. Tell me the campaign isn't good.
The campaign is amazing.
Yeah,
yes, it's amazing because you play it totally different.
I
haven't got it yet.
Neither have I. I want to get it because it looks really
strategy games that are amazing. XCOM.
6.5.
So fuck you, man.
At best,
you, man.
It's a solid 6.
It's a solid 6. You're a solid 6.
I am. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see. We were talking about it just before we started this. I'd like to see World War II or one shooter again. Just one out of the blue. I like the modern stuff. I like it. Keep doing it. But feel free to produce, old stuff.
I know Black Ops is semi the future.
Yeah.
But it's just dull.
Yeah,
it's got to that. Well, for me,
what would have made it so much better?
Squirrels.
Horses. Why are the horses not in multiplayer?
Because they're indestructible.
Imagine winning the joust kill streak.
they could have been a joust minigame.
Exactly.
What about zombie horses?
Zombie jousting.
Zombie horse jousting.
On fire.
If you're listening, Treyarch, David Von
get us in.
Listen, David, Dave, the Big V.
Big D.
Right? Big DV,
Big
right?
D dog.
Listen to us, right? Because we know shit, right? We need zombie jousting, right? If it's not in, right, then you've literally failed at life. So,
we're going to say, I'd like to see more games like that. I'd like to see.
The problem is, though, it's
franchises make money.
but it's the whole. Microtransactions. That's a big thing that everyone's moaning about. And I
can't just put them all out, didn't they?
Well, I just see that. Well, yeah, but everyone's doing it, and I don't see an issue with it personally. My issue is if you like a game, you bought a game, you paid for what's on that box. You've read the box, gone, okay, I want that. You pay it, you get it, and then they go, there's more stuff. You paid a bit more money. Yeah. Okay, I'll pay more money, or I won't pay more money.
It sort of gives people the unfair advantage. Like on Battlefield, for example, you can spend so many hours getting everything for vehicles, like flares you originally had done for Battlefield 3 for the jet, and now they just go, here you go. Yeah,
but then balance it off against someone might not have the time to unlock all that, so they're at a disadvantage. Or if I've just bought the game and it's like if I'm new to Battlefield and I've just bought it, and you're rank 5 million, Colonel Brigadier, and you've got ninja sword firing, not saying because you're Asian, but if you're basically killing everything because I've only got unlocked level 1 guns, then I'm not going to enjoy it. So I'll spend another £3.
I can understand the appeal of it. It does seem like they're trying to get more money because they are trying to get more money.
I think it's the influence of mobile gaming, personally.
Yeah, the App Store kind of style thing where they like the idea of just small transactions for a minimal amount of money.
Then again, that comes at the point. If you don't want to buy it, then
Yeah, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Yeah.
If it,
Yeah.
let's stop whining
by
about it.
microtransactions.
Yeah.
Don't pay for them.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to. I would like to see Gran Turismo,
Oh,
not
fuck.
exclusively for PlayStation.
Why? The game is shit. Here's Gran Turismo launch title. Here's the graphics of it. This is exactly. I'm going to tell the story and the synopsis.
It really likes cars.
Oh, no.
It does really like cars.
No, okay.
It's like, look at my little seat.
Right, here, no. The original PlayStation 3 launch. Here's Gran Turismo. Does look amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, actually, Sonny. That looks fucking amazing. Cut to 4 months later. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't actually in-game footage of Gran Turismo. It was just something. But we've got this. Coming up in 4 months'
It's not
time.
like anyone else does that.
No, hang on. Sony are the worst for it. And then 4 months later, but it's okay. Gran Turismo will be with you, but before then, we'll launch Prologue, which is basically you can buy this version of it, and then the other game will come out
And you're
3
paying-
years later. What the? There was 2 Forzas before even that came out, and both Forzas were better. Both Forzas were better.
I said I've never owned a PS3, so when I went to a friend's house, I said I would exclusively buy a PS3 just to play Gran Turismo because I really actually enjoy
Does it
it.
still have the accelerator into a wall, bounce off that wall, accelerate away from that wall, bounce into the wall?
I think if you put it on like you've got a sponge for a brain mode, yeah, probably.
That's how I play games, man.
Apart from Bomb Man.
Well, I'm at Bomberman. I will smash anyone at Bomberman. Anyone. I will.
It's your challenge.
I'm a witness to
I was
this.
going to say,
viewers.
issue a challenge to everyone.
you
Everyone in the world.
consider this a challenge issues. So I've covered off. There are some bits there about next generation. One thing I want to talk about is obviously next gen is going to see obviously the 720 or whatever they're going to call it, PlayStation 4. I think it's the end of the Nintendo hardware battle. If not this console, definitely
console,
next.
handheld will obviously still
Handheld they still
obviously
dominate.
They're still going to do, but I wouldn't be too surprised. The Wii U's been, how would you put it?
Shit from the start.
I was going to say not entirely positively received.
Why aren't you my community manager? What do you think about the Wii U, Chris?
I think what they tried to do in the beginning, I think the Wii has always been like a family console. It's always been, you can just grab the controller, play it with your brother and
It
sister.
was cheap. It was affordable for a family.
Exactly. I think what they did was they tried to appeal it. What was that zombie game that came out with it?
Zombie U.
Yeah, they tried to
Clever
appeal
name.
to like
Clever name.
There.
they tried to appeal to more of the I'd say the more hardcore
Hardcore,
gamers, and it just
But
didn't
still
work.
with an
It was
arcade.
boring. I went to the gamepad in London, and I played, and I was like, the only game I really want to try in this is because I know Mario will be good.
Of course it will.
will always
Mario,
be, yeah. And I know it sounds like really. I'm not really bothered, but Mario will be brilliant because they always are good. So I thought I'd try something that's going to be different for Nintendo. I tried the Zombie U game, and it was dull as fuck. It was so boring. It's like, okay, I'm playing this thing. It's got the pad thing, and I was like, initially I'm like, it's a gadget. So I was, gadget. And then you get attacked by like 3 or 4 zombies, and then you walk around a bit, and I was just like, this is so boring. And I just,
the only positive thing I've heard repeated quite a few times is that the fact that I don't know if you've got cats. I've got cats.
I've got a cat.
I've got cats.
You've got cats, right? When I'm playing games,
Where's this going, man?
my cats decide that in front of the TV is the best place to stand.
Right.
Right? So the Wii U controller, you just look at there, you go,
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
And the other problem is, I'm having a bit of gaming session, kind of need a poo. I'm just going to sit and have a poo while playing my game still. Those are the only 2 things I've ever heard someone say positive.
That's the
I'd buy one.
I'd never heard that before.
I'd buy one for that.
Yeah. Josh?
Release a Pokemon game. Done.
Into the sales.
See, this is the thing that really fucks me off on Nintendo. They go on and I don't like the Pokemon, but that's personal choice. But easy.
Wow.
we're all been cut.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, it was about Transformers, and I don't care what any of you say. There ain't no game or no Pokemon's gonna be better than any fucking Transformer. That includes Bumblebee, who's shit.
What Charizard?
Beedrill.
Who?
What is wrong with
I don't know who
Bumblebee?
they are. Bumblebee was shit.
Beedrill.
Right, just get over it.
Starscream's still the best Transformer.
My favourite
Starscream's pretty
Megatron.
cool. Well, I like Ultra Magnus. I am Ultra Magnus. Magnus on his own. Magnus, and great name. Magnus, great. Ultra, then Magnus. Who made those? Optimus
Mega
Prime is
Ultra.
cool, but Ultra Magnus.
What
Man.
about Optimus Magnus?
Optimus Ultra Magnus. Ultra Optimus Magnus.
Prime.
Prime. Oh, yeah!
Right, we've made the best.
That's the best Transformer ever.
It's too easy.
Okay, but what have you accomplished by doing that?
Well, I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be my new gamer tag. If they allow me to have
do you get
47 characters in my gamer tag.
Do you get
Anyways, my initial point was, what pisses me off about Nintendo, and it's mainly their fan base, they are the ones who are responsible for, in my opinion, Nintendo's demise. All right, and the reason being is because of this. So hold on, all right, with your pitchforks, is basically
Grab your pitch.
they released a substandard system, and that is what the Wii U is. It's a
Yes.
substandard system
Yes.
which is broken in so many ways that are fundamental, right? And then they do this. They go, the fans go, oh, I'm disappointed, and then they go, oh, but it's okay because on this system we're going to do a high def remake of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Oh, it's brilliant! It's the greatest thing ever! It's brilliant! Yeah, I'm going to buy it. What the fuck? What are you doing? You've already played this game. You played it to the end. All right, I bought Halo Anniversary and it had extra bits in it, and even I didn't finish that again because as great as it was, it's the same fucking game.
Well, Hitman Anthology. Did you?
I played a bit. Yeah, I played a bit, but no, I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it was a great game, and they are great games. But I wouldn't sell a system on it. If I wanted to buy the game as a big fan,
you mentioned it last week, I think, with Richard, saying like, if we want to play the old game, play the old game.
play the old game, yeah, or keep the old consoles. Don't go into it in that sense. But it just pisses me off that the saving grace for Nintendo happens to be all of their remake of their old games.
Yeah,
that's what pisses me off about the Wii U.
Fan base.
It's the fan base, and they're not pushing them forward.
I was talking about Reddit a second ago, and the Nintendo gaming community in Reddit is always about, oh look, I've got my N64 and I painted it blue and it's got laser lights on it and things. Look at it, I'm going to play the Wind Waker again. And like you said, they are just stuck in playing like, oh look, here's the original Mario. I don't want to play this one. I want to play Mario 64 because that one's like retro, man. It's cool. And like, it's just they are so. I mean, look how many Nintendo gaming fans have some kind of original Game Boy case on their iPhone, or have got like the original Nintendo controller as their like satchel bag.
Yeah.
It's all about nostalgia.
It's that.
There's no going forward.
Exactly that. Refusing to move on and different things, and it's just the Wii U could have been fantastic. I think they got scared by Sony and Microsoft. They've tried to grab the hardcore market, and they've literally failed and fall flat in the face. What you've done is you released a family console for £400.
Yeah, no family's going to buy.
Which you have one decent controller for, and then you had to buy a second controller for £100, and then that controller reduces the output of your. It's just fucking mad. Who sat at Sony HQ and went, oh no, this is a really good idea.
But basically,
yes, it was a guy from Sony. The same deal with Metal Gear, right? I loved Metal Gear.
I love cutscenes, mate.
Oh, mate. And it gets to and everyone's going on about, oh yeah, new Metal Gear. It's not great, right? And I'm saying it out loud, and I'm saying it proud, all right?
You say it.
Hideo Kojima, right? He's not a genius. He's a fucktard, right? I'll tell you why, right? I'll tell you exactly why, right?
That's the sponsorship out.
No, right? He made 2 great games, right? And then he fell in love with himself. He was like, you know what? I'm great. I can make. You can't make movies, right? You do not understand scripting. You do not understand. It's like me going on TV and preaching how to do a diet, right? You just can't do it, my friend. I don't want to play Metal Gear for 30 seconds, then sit through 40 minutes worth of cutscenes, and then sit through 10 seconds more playing, and then 50. It's utter shit. And everyone's going about the new gameplay footage of Metal Gear, whatever the new one's called. Yes, it looks great. Yes, it looks amazing. How much of it am I actually going to be able to play? Or is it just going to be another convoluted, stupid story with a shaved monkey that smokes? The 4th one on PlayStation 3, which I've got. And at that stage, I said I've had enough. It was literally I put like 5 hours in, of which I think I only played for 1 hour because I was just watching shit. And at the point where I customised an M60 and I was running up a hill, mowing down people, I was like, you know what? This isn't Metal Gear anymore. No, it's now turned into a really ridiculous.
Like first-person shooter.
Yeah, pretty much like I was watching the choppy slashy thing the other day. Choppy slashy. Everyone's going about it's great. It's not great. It's bollocks. It's basically. This is bearing in mind, everyone's sweated this generation for as much as they can do. Yeah. What it comes out with, right, it isn't beautiful, despite everyone keeps going about. It's basically 4 or 5 characters in what is essentially a glorified box, because you can't go too far because a big red barrier turns up, right? He slices stuff to pieces with a little bit of gore. He slices scenery to pieces, some scenery, bearing in mind his sword's supposed to be able to cut through everything, but yet he can't cut through a wall. And this scenery then vanishes. And he goes into the most ridiculous boss battles where he's picking up a giant mech and body slamming it, and yet the final boss, he can't even punch in the face. It's just shit. It's just the whole idea for me for Metal Gear is just it goes.
Was aimed to be a spin-off.
Yeah, these things.
But it's spun right off.
He can spin right off all he likes.
He can spin on that until it gets off. I'm sick of it.
Like the thing with like franchises that have been around for so long is they just tend to get complacent and they don't create anything new. It's seen as like it'll only go to the niche. We want to make an X amount of money. It costs us so much to make these games. We have to make this much profit. You know, they're all targets. They're all targets. They're all they get restricted in what they can release from on the release day because, like I said, the DLC is already pre-planned. It's just the industry itself isn't lending itself to innovation, much like the movie industry.
Then again, when game companies do go out their way and start making titles like that aren't original, that they start doing well. I think of what's the game, Journey for PS3, or the Unfinished Swan that won numerous amounts of BAFTAs. So.
Why? I know. I just quite BAFTA, but I'll tell you why BAFTA they won it, because they're all darlings. The Unfinished Swan. I must award
Natalie
plaudits.
Portman voice.
Bring plaudits to this game. The Unfinished Swan. It sounds glorious. What's it about? I don't care. Darling, I don't care. It says Swan in the title.
I'm playing the game and I'm going out to get absolutely gazeboed.
There's somebody that it's got a narrator, an actor. Oh God, yes.
It's Natalie Portman.
I tell you what, it's a BAFTA for multiplayer. Oh God, yes. I sent a Brian Bertongby. Oh God.
I didn't realise we were talking about phones.
Brian Bertongby. I
Half the podcast is just doing this.
Bernie. But it is. It's just, we're going to give it a BAFTA because it's arty. Yeah. Oh look, you hold someone's hand. Let's give it. Oh God, the emotion. How the fuck did that beat something multiplayer? I'm shit at COD. Everyone knows this. Right? I'm terrible at COD. It's not better than COD. COD is designed. It's got so much input around multiplayer and game types and all that. How is that better than COD?
How did Ben Affleck not get nominated for Best Director award yet his film was up for Best Film?
Just
the whole award system is based on a group of people.
Yeah, sitting in a room and over caviar.
I was like, yes, it is Ben.
Caviar.
Ben Affleck, yeah, Mr. Affleck.
Mr. Affleck.
Okay, do you know what? I should really organise this in some sort of structure, but there'd be no fun. I've got a note here, a post-it note, and it says Watch Dogs.
Oh, I want to play this game.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, Watch Dogs. Done. I like the idea of it. I saw the theatre trailer. I was like, wow, he's walking and his coat's moving and stuff, and the rain's making him look wet.
And he's got a phone.
Going inside. He's got a phone and stuff's happening. And wow, there's guns and shooting and things.
And you can tell a woman if she's got AIDS or not.
Yeah. You can. It came up with a little thing.
She had AIDS?
No, she didn't.
No, literally.
That's good then.
Basically, when you walk past people, it'll come up with a little circle, and then it comes up with the description. And it would say like their income, blood type, and then if they like HIV positive, all this stuff.
That's
like,
a thing.
Or homeless, or recently divorced or lost their soul. Literally, it's weird. Every single person you see on screen has
by the way,
sucking weird.
You've got HIV.
I think when it first came out, because it was supposed to be like it's an open world, and it's like the guy does look like Tom Cruise.
He does.
Yeah, he's clearly Mission Impossible.
He's a tall Tom Cruise.
I don't know. I think it's really good. Where they're going to go with it, because at first it was like you're a team and it's multiplayer. Yeah. But if you can all interact with all things at all times, my brain just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, how many of you are going to turn the lights on and off at the same time? Yeah. Let's crash the lights. No, I'm crashing the lights. You've anti-crashed the lights, so the traffic's gone past and the guy's escaped. Damn it!
Yeah,
damn you!
Yeah, but if you can make your, because it says the trailer, wasn't it? You can make your own missions. You can decide. Basically you can decide who you want, which I think is brilliant. But surely
you follow them.
Surely there has to be like a narrative somewhere. Like there has to be like
it can't be entirely sandbox because some people just walk around and go, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, I
walk around and they're not following the right people. I'm just like, I've got a phone and I've just caused a traffic accident and then shot the police officer. Now what do I do?
Run. You may want to lay low for a while.
I could have gone and tried.
That escalated quickly.
Would you like to go play darts?
I got to take a phone call. I'm trying to hack the traffic lights. Would you stop fucking ringing me and asking me if I want to go play bowling? No, I don't.
I'm not your cousin. Leave me alone. You've got the wrong number.
That'd be the best crossover ever. It looks good. It looks really good. I think if it could be the game that showcases what next gen can do.
Yeah, I had high hopes for it. As usual, I don't really like watching a lot of pre-game hype because I tend to think they don't live up to it.
Another game I want to talk about only because it kind of links to XG. Bradley now works at Rebellion.
Bridlington.
As I'm playing this bit of footage, I'm definitely going to cut in the start of the Amsterdam. So what you can see now is what appears to be a giant milk bottle running towards the camera.
I would like for the audience to note the height of the waistband.
So I'm out. Sniper Elite. I know it's right now. V3.
Right.
What's now? Obviously,
what happened to V1?
Wasn't that original Xbox game?
I don't know.
It was very good.
Was it?
Really good, yeah. V2,
PC.
It was an Xbox as well.
We're being told the PC from the crowd.
So someone in the crowd is waving, and he'll be. I'm definitely going to get this guy on podcast. His name's Dave, and Dave knows everything.
He's always wrong.
His nickname is actually Wikipedia. But you are on this case. I'm sure it was Xbox. Anyways, what were your thoughts of V2? What were your thoughts of V3?
It was fun. I enjoyed V2 for about 2.5 minutes. I got one shot animation. I was like, oh, that was good. I'll get a longer one. I got a longer one. I was like, "No, I'm bored. Done."
Yeah, you do get tired. There's only so many times you can watch a bullet flying through the air.
I disagree.
If you if you remember 13, right? That had that little cutscene where you're like, "I just fired a crossbow bolt in someone's head." It comes up, like three little squares.
Yeah.
Now, that didn't happen every time. It happened fairly often.
It doesn't happen every time in Sniper.
Well, it does something
It happens the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. I don't know. I enjoyed Sniper. I generally did. It wasn't the best game in the world. I had
I
moments.
think sniper games aren't going to be that exciting.
No, I think they could.
Being
I
a
mean,
sniper isn't that exciting.
Yeah, but it
you
could
lie
be, though.
around
It
in your
could
own
be.
shit for a while, take a really long shot.
Sounds like a Friday night.
I've seen your Friday nights. You do take a lot of long shots.
I'd like to see the game broke up into 3 parts. If you could do it and have like a total stealth bit at the front at the start.
The shot,
Have the
and
shot,
the exit.
but don't even make the shot like. I think make it like as the levels go on. So the first shot is like your bog standard, no wind shooting. As the levels get harder, by the time you get to the final level, you stealth your way up to wherever this target's going to be. It's a thunderstorm. It's at night. You can only take the shot when the lightning strikes.
Basically, you want that Jude Law film. What was it?
Sniper, enemy at the gates.
Enemy at the gate.
Then you got the scope that have like 3 different genres, and if you do it well, it could work brilliantly. Right. Okay. So we will see you next week. At some point.
Adios.
Whoa,
Hang on. Whoa, the fuck on. Yes.
Can we finish on Josh doing the shotgun impression?
Well, that's incredibly racist, but I like the idea. Go on then, Josh.
Wait, would you like the Goonies one as well?
Yeah, do them all.
Do them all.
How many is there?
I'm setting booty traps. And now one's personal favourite. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Hold on to potato.
Okay.
That's for a sign out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Josh, for stereotyping your own
You
race.
cheat, Dr. Jones.
There we go. Okay. So that's us done for this week. Next week, join us for some more random shit and some racism, apparently. So that's great.
No racism in the war room.
No racism in the war room. Okay. So that's been No Fighting in the War Room, and we will see you next week.
See you later.